Good evening, folks. This is Bronson's By Any Means Necessary Fantasy Football Talk for Thursday, December 23rd. It is Christmas Eve, and this will be my defense special teams video for Week 16. Again, those of you who've made it this far into the season, it should be the semifinals of your playoffs, or Week 2 of your 2-week playoff matchup. So it's a big week. And it's a less than stellar week for defenses, but I will give you my top 10 and some defenses outside my top 10 that could pop and play into the top 10. But before that, obviously, as I usually do, I'm going to talk about some other things. So, no Dalvin Cook, which is a big blow for my Vikings against the Rams. Probably weren't going to win anyway, but I feel less confident that we're going to win now, which is going to knock us out of the playoff spot. Currently, we are in the 7th spot, last playoff spot, because of tiebreakers. As much as I hate this team this year, the playoffs, obviously it would be exciting to get to the playoffs because anything can happen in the playoffs. We have had some very exciting moments in the playoffs in the Mike Zimmer era. And if everybody's healthy and our offense is clicking, we can beat anybody. I mean, I know our defense is definitely pathetic, but I think we can win a game. We can surprise some people in the wild card round. But no Dalvin, so that means we're probably gonna lose. Which I hate this. Mediocre land. I hate that we're not good enough to win Super Bowls or contend for Super Bowls. We barely make the playoffs when we do make the playoffs. We're not bad enough to get a good draft pick to get the quarterback of the future or some stud. We're always drafting between picks 12 and 18, 12 and 20. You can usually find good players at that spot, but you're not going to find a game changer at quarterback. You're not going to find a future Hall of Famer most likely at that spot. So I just want us to either suck or just go for it. I'm tired of the mediocrity. So hopefully there will be a coaching excuse me coaching change at the end of the year. But moving on to some stuff. A couple of my restaurants are doing Secret Santas, separate Secret Santas. Deschutes is doing their own Secret Santa. Hopworks is doing their own Secret Santa. I, for some reason, signed up for the Hopworks one, even though I hate it over there. I didn't sign up for the Deschutes one. I was planning on doing both. Didn't happen. I'm in the Hopworks one. I obviously don't know who's buying for me, but I know who I'm buying for. I'm buying for a guy who, I don't know much about him. He's a newer guy. Him and his wife both work there. One works in Deschutes, one works in Hopworks. I don't know much about him, but I do know that he's a huge Seahawks fan. We have talked some good banter back and forth on Sundays when I was still working Sundays. Football talk, Seahawks, Vikings, blah blah blah, some trash talk. So he's a huge Seahawks fan. I know that about him. So I was happy to draw him because I got him some great stuff. I got him 2 different things. I got him one thing that's actually, Seahawks fandom stuff, and I got him another thing after asking his wife what size shirt he wears and what color his favorite color is, blah blah blah. So she thinks that I'm getting him a Seattle Seahawks shirt, but I'm not. And I'm going to show off what I did get. It finally came in the mail today. Even though I paid for priority shipping, it still took a week. Can you guys see that? Yes. That's the shirt I got him. I can't wait. I probably won't see his reaction when he opens it because I think he's going to do it at home. But I am thrilled to hear about it later on. But I did also get him something else. I'm not going to, I may have some coworkers watching this, so I don't want to spoil the surprise entirely. But that's the thing I'm most excited about him getting. Because his wife told me his favorite color was orange and black. It's like, oh, he likes beaver colors, right? But he's apparently not a Beaver fan, but he's just a Seahawks fan. So hopefully hope he loves that shirt and hope he wears it. But yeah, I think he'll definitely like the other thing that I got him as well. I need to wrap that tonight before I go to bed as well, because that needs to be turned in to management for the exchange by tomorrow. Anyways, let's get to the defenses. Top 10 defenses for week 16. If you're looking for defenses to get you through this week, obviously we have to exclude the 49ers and Titans, who are currently playing each other right now. But I'm going to try to get you Titans and quarterbacks tonight. And then I'm going to get wide receivers and running backs. I'm at least going to do the research tomorrow, and then try and film the video either tomorrow night or Saturday. But I know 100% going to get the research done tomorrow. Without further ado, though, defenses. Number 1, Eagles defense against the Giants and Mike Glennon. Number 2, Buccaneers defense at Carolina against Cam Newton or Sam Donald or PJ Walker. Doesn't matter who it is. Buccaneers defense is going to have a good day. Number 3, Cowboys defense versus the Washington football team. Taylor Heineke is back. Number 4, Dolphins defense against the Saints. I would actually probably move them up the list now that we know that Taysom Hill is out. No Trevor Siemian either, so it will be Ian Book, the third-string quarterback from Notre Dame. That most of us probably haven't heard of, but I've heard of because I follow. This is my passion. This is what I do. So we'll see how he does in his first start against the swarming Dolphins defense. Chiefs defense versus the Steelers. I'm not as high on the Chiefs this week. When I was looking for streaming defenses, I went with some other defenses on this list a little bit lower. But the Chiefs defense, by all accounts, by all the experts, is considered a top 5 play for the week. Packers defense versus the Browns. Packers had a rough week last week, but they're still top 10 overall. And the Browns, the Browns are doing what they do. They come into a season with expectations, and they completely shit the bed. Who knows who's going to be the quarterback for them, but it doesn't really matter because none of them are good. Next, Bills against the Patriots. I don't know what to say about that. I think the Bills defense is better than the Patriots offense, even though, who knows what the weather's going to look like in that game. That could change things. The next defense, Saints versus the Dolphins. Saints defense is still pretty good. Even though Tua has looked okay lately, Jalen Waddle's back. Dolphins are looking really good right now. I still like the Saints defense more than the Dolphins offense in that matchup. Broncos defense against the Raiders. That's the defense that I've been picking up this week. Because there's just nothing about the Raiders that really scares me. Josh Jacobs isn't even looking that good. The Broncos defense still playing really well, even after the Von Miller trade. And at 10, we got the Jaguars. Jaguars make the list again for the second week in a row, despite the fact that they're still outside the top 30 on the season. The Jaguars are facing the Jets. Jaguars have been okay. They've got a combined 10 points over the last 2 weeks, so they're trending up a little bit. If you're looking for a high reward defense, special teams play to get you to the finals this week, Jaguars will probably be your best bet there. Some defenses outside the top 10 that are worth talking about. The Chargers defense will be facing the Houston Texans. So any defense facing... Why can I not talk? English is my first language, and I'm really good with words normally. Chargers are the defense facing the Texans offense this week, and no Brandon Cooks either, it's looking like. So it's going to make the Texans offense even worse. So the Chargers defense could be worth playing, but the Chargers defense is bad. They're not really worth anything. They have some really good players on that defense. Derwin James Jr. is a stud. Joey Bosa is a stud. Kaiser White, a little underrated, but he's really good, a really good linebacker too. But for whatever reason, even when they have a defensive coach like Brandon Staley, who did such great things with the Rams defense last year, for whatever reason, the Chargers defense just isn't putting it together. They really haven't for a long time. That's what's holding them back from being a real contender, is that defense. But again, they could be a pretty decent streaming option this week against the Texans, and we got the Seahawks defense making this list, despite being outside the top 25 on the season. They do have a couple of really good linebackers in Bobby Wagner and Jordan Brooks. The secondary is better than they look on paper. It's an okay defense. It's definitely not the Pete Carroll defenses of old, but it's good enough this week that against the Chicago Bears, inept Chicago Bears offense, they could be a good sleeper pick up for you at the defense special teams. Obviously, defense special teams. You're not going to put a defense in the flex. I don't even think you can, but that would be crazy. I used to play in a league where defense scored really high every week. So if you in a league like that, where your defenses are getting like 40 points a week, your defense are always your highest scorer of the week. If you could play defense in the flex, everybody would, but you can't. I don't even think they're eligible, even in that league. Well, yeah, that's the list. Fairly short. Can't exactly see how much time I'm at because my screen is so cracked. Which I found out, by the way, I only have to pay $100 left on this phone to get a new one. So I'm going to end up doing that after the holiday. And so I can get a new phone, upgrade to the newest iPhone, most likely. This XR was a really good phone for a long time. I love the red. This phone, it's still a good phone, despite the fact that the screen is cracked. I just should have bought a better phone case. This case actually protected it really well for a while, for like almost 2 years. But I dropped it that last time when I went to California. I dropped it on that airport carpet in Portland, and it hit just right, just completely annihilated the top half of my phone. Yeah, so like, I know you can't see it, but if you look at my phone, you can see like there's like green like squigglies all down the top. That's what happened. And then because the screen is so damaged at this point, anytime I put any pressure on it, because I carry it around in my pocket and I work, I have a physically demanding job at work. If it just touches wrong, it adds a new crack. So I definitely need to get a new phone, definitely need to get a better case this time, a screen protector probably. So I'm going to do that after the holiday. Celebrating with my family on Sunday. So I'm trying to get a hold of my mom to find out when I should go, because I'm going to have to take the train or something again. Trying to figure out if I should leave Saturday night or if I should come Sunday morning, and where I should get off the train. But there should be, one of 3 possible locations south of here. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. She doesn't get off work till 7. It's close to 7, close enough to 7 right now. After I finish this and upload it, it should be pretty much close to that time. So yeah, that's the defense special teams video. Hope you guys are enjoying the 49ers and Titans game. I am not watching it, obviously. I'm filming this video, and I can't get home on time to catch the game anymore because I don't drive. So it's kind of a bummer, but if it's really important to me, I could lift home, or I'll catch the majority of the game. I'll get off the bus at the closest bar or something and just wear my work clothes out in public, which I don't like to do. I know my brother does it. He never changes out his work clothes. Me, I can't stand being in my work clothes longer than I have to be. So we're just one more reason why we're two totally, completely, utterly different people. So yeah, I'm just babbling at this point. I'm gonna end this now and upload it, and I'm gonna be merciful to you and say goodnight. So peace, love, and nacho fries hang loose. Happy holidays, and good luck in your playoff matchups this week.